and all worlds will join, where every man is equally under God. Prosperity for all and endless life with pure untainted blood will forever flow. The beginning of mankind and every step taken since are essential elements in this journey. Heaven will be created. This is the power of the living. This is the power of knowledge. In the future, man will be more than man. By God's will, man will find peace and tranquility, but with his approval. Eventually, we will all coexist forever, painless. Today is
okay, now we got to get into the Populous Party. A lot of people want to say, yo, what's the Populous Party, man? What is that, man? The Populous Party. The Populous Party is based on the popular vote, okay? That's all it's based on. Now, there was a Populist Party before, and it was the Farmers of America, something like that. You know, that it went away, but it's almost on the same sense as what they were talking about, the agrarian party and everything. The Populists, they were like, yeah, you know, common folk and everything, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we was popular. But now, what I'm doing is rebranding, okay? We doing something totally new. Everything I'm doing is brand new. You best believe ain't nothing I'm doing precedented yet. You see what I'm saying? Like, all of this is creative. And right now, I'm creating I had to create the Populous Party. The Populous Party is based on the popular vote. Because right now, the popular vote is not anywhere you go, like the popular vote should be voting for the president. The popular vote should be for the president. I mean, we have representative government right now saying, okay, well, we put the electors up there because you people are not trustworthy. Y'all are going to do something to hurt yourselves or something like that. So us elites, we have to, you know what I'm saying, make decisions for you because you're stupid. You're stupid. All of y'all people are stupid. Y'all can't make decisions for yourselves. Y'all don't deserve to be able to pick y'all's leader. So we're going to do it for you. That's what you know, that's the system that you're under right now. And it's a ridiculous system because it's based on the idea that we're not equal. You know, like, if I'm not as good as you are, so you got to make decisions for me. Like, that you just took my freedom. You just took my freedom, man. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to say what I want to do. I should be able to say who I want to vote for. Why is you trying to take my vote and represent for me and tell people what I want? I don't need you to tell nobody what I want. In America, we don't need people to tell us what we want. We can make our own mind up about what we want to do or who we want to vote for. You know, it's going to be this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. What you going to do? Okay, you got to vote. No, you don't have a vote. I'm sorry. You don't have a vote. It don't even matter if you vote. It really don't matter. Because whether you vote or not, these guys are going to make a decision at the end of the day. And they've already made up their decision because of how they're getting paid. And that's basically what the system is based on now. You think you go to a courtroom, you think you're going to get some justice? Ain't no justice there because it's all based on money. The Constitution is supposed to guarantee your rights. The Constitution is a piece of paper and everybody's ignoring it. In the justice system, they don't care about your rights. They're trying to get money. That's all they care about. Everybody is self-pleasing robot thinking about self. The judge don't care about you. He cares about their safety. So they'll lock you up to make an example out of you so that others will see that so they can feel safe. They don't care what happens to you. Oh, you got raped when you went to jail? Or that happened to you? Who cares? Because we don't care about people. Nobody cares about anybody. Everybody is all about self. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the way nature works. Okay? You're supposed to do what's right for you. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the reason why you're voting for me. If you got any kind of sense, if you're going to do what's right for you, then you're going to vote for me. Not for these fools, because they ain't talking about giving you shit. Excuse me. They ain't talking about giving you nothing. You see what I'm saying? Now, that's not a popular vote right there. That's just electorals going and telling you what to do. They're saying, hey, we're going to dictate what's going to happen in your life from now on. You know what I'm saying? So sit your little self over there while this white supremacy and all these peckerwoods and everything get to doing what we got to do what we do best. And it's like, no. That is not the American dream. No, that's not what America represents. I don't care what happened in the past. That's not what America represents. America represents freedom and equality. Okay? Whether we got it or not, That's what it represents, and that's what everybody believes in. And that's why we got to make it right, because that's what everybody deserves. Why don't we deserve a choice? Why you got to take the choice from us? Why you got to tell us and dictate what's going to happen to us? Why we got to let you do that? Well, at first we realized we had to do it because, it was white power. But now, okay, we're supposed to be past that, right? But obviously we're not. We're obviously not. You got all these people running around thinking because they're white and they got a lot of money that you're supposed to not jack off in public so that they would have to see that. No, the public is masturbation. That's what it is. It's go and do what you want to do, whatever you like to do. When it comes down to your rights is when it comes down to your privacy. You have a privacy at home. Nobody can invade that. Even the president can't invade that. That's your privacy. That's your right as a citizen. But it's being violated. It's being violated on a constant. And it's unprecedented how much is going on with these violations of people's rights. And the Constitution is sitting there just saying, man, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? So it's like, okay, I'm creating a party. It's just about the popular vote. Voting for me says, okay, you believe in the popular vote. That's all it's saying. You know what I mean? I'm the most popular vote because I'm giving people $1 million for their vote. Whether I give people $1 million or not, the promise of $1 million is still worth more than any other vote. It's worth more than any other vote. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's like when I go in the White House, I'm not going as a politician or a lawyer or nothing like that. I'm literally going in there to try to get you $1 million. And now I've already figured out that I'm going to have to do a whole lot of stuff in order to make that happen. I'm going to have to loot the church. I'm going to have to take all the drug money. I'm going to have to change up a lot of stuff. I'm going to have to fire half the government and everything. I'm going to do a lot of stuff just to get you $1 million. And I got to get you $1 million because it's not about, it's not about like me taking over the world and nothing like that. It's really about us making the world better. It's about everybody getting what they need to better their situation. Because then it's like once I give you a chance, once I've given you the chance, you can blow it or you can use it and go somewhere. This is a chance. That's all I'm trying to do is give other people a chance. I don't care about all this politics and whoop-de-whoop. Oh, the financial markets are crashing. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. It's over for all of this. It's over. It's over. And it don't matter what happens. It don't. It really don't. Because guess what? We all gonna still do what we do. America gonna keep pushing. This is not something that's gonna stop us. This is something that's gonna increase us. I'm finna put $50 trillion worth of wealth into the hands of the people. And they finna do what's right with it. But you know what I'm saying? Taking care of themselves. And this is the populace. This is America 2.0 that I'm talking about building. Now, okay, how am I gonna give you all a voice? Okay, so I don't, you know what I'm saying? Okay, like I say, I'm gonna get in the White House, then I'm finna invoke every time I'm finna put the country under martial law, and then I'm finna reconstruct the whole bureaucracy, and the whole thing is finna be digital. We finna have a digital bureaucracy. You know what I'm saying? That's half of it is gonna be like algorithms and artificial intelligence, and it's gonna be set up to where, okay, you on your phone. I'll just break it down to you. I'm going to make it simple with the pothole, right? You got a pothole outside your house. You see that pothole on the ground, and you say, oh, man, it's a pothole. I'm tired of hitting it. I'm tearing up my car. Okay, now, you can't, right now, as it stands, you're not incorporated with the city or nothing like that. You don't know what, you're totally on your own with that pothole. You just got to wait until somebody do something, or you're going to have to make phone calls and call people and try to do all this and then talk to the city council and then just argue and knock on doors and give people a headache until somebody actually gets out there and does it. You know, you got to take a lot of time and effort just to get a little something done that we all need done, which is this pothole. But with the system that I'm talking about making, okay, we get enough with all that. We ain't finna be doing all that. You see the pothole, right? So then you get on your Facebook government, you know what I'm saying? Which you get on your phone and you say, hey, is this pothole logged? Is this in the system? Like, no, it's not in the system. Okay, so then what you finna do is you finna put that pothole in the box. This pothole, the size of it, the location, pictures of it, everything, all of that, you put it all in the box. And then you submit it. And So guess what? Now all the potholes are logged. We know where all the potholes is. We got the digital situation on every single pothole. We know how big they are. We know all the depths and everything. We got detailed files on potholes. And we know exactly how many potholes is in town. You see what I'm saying? Now we got data and information that we never had before. And this is just logged by people, and they logging this into the government. They say, hey, we got potholes over here, potholes over here. Okay, so what are we going to do about these potholes? Well, you open source to any of the citizens to go ahead and fill those potholes, and then there's a payment for that. So now you got a situation where people are fixing problems without the help of representation, without all the flack of representation, all the red tape of representation. We're going straight to the issues and fixing them by ourselves as the people. We're getting paid by the government to handle ourselves instead of paying one man to sit here and BS everybody for you know what I'm saying, for votes and elections. You know, everybody's all about, oh, let me get this office. Why? So I can do this and do that and do it, you know, and just so what? So you can make some more money. And it's like, okay, look, we know everybody wants to make money. Okay, so then you set people up. You set the city to where as people make money, the city gets better. You incentivize people. This is the type of system that I'm talking about, a system where you incentivize people to fix problems. So the pothole represents all the problems. The pothole, okay, is, you know what I'm saying, we'll change the pothole and switch it out for homelessness. Homelessness in the city, right? Okay, so we got a problem with homelessness. Okay, well, somebody needs to log that problem. Okay, then all the information, how many of them, what side of town, what are their names, everything is put into a box. Okay, we pay somebody a lot of money to do that. Okay, anybody could have jumped up and done it, but the guy that did it, you know what I'm saying, who finished the job and put the homeless problem in a box. Okay, boom, now we know all the data and all the perimeters. Bam, we paid him pretty good for that. You know what I'm saying, 60,000 or something. You know what I'm saying? And really just showed us exactly what our problem is with homelessness. Okay, now that we got that figured out, who's got a solution, right? Anybody can come with a solution. Anybody can come with their mathematics and everything and figure out a solution. Here's everything that's going on in the city. This is the type of money that the city has. It's all transparent now because of the Facebook government. So we know about our resources. We know what we're capable of doing. Now, it's like, oh, okay, well, look, this is my idea on how to get it fixed. Oh, no, that ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? We ran it through the algorithms and everything. That's not going to work because this, that. Okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, somebody else bring up something. Oh, well, wait a minute. This works. Okay, boom. That was worth two. That was a two. That was a $2 million bounty on this problem. On this conflict, there was a $2 million bounty. Boom. So you got that. Now, we ain't paying people like LeBron James to go play kiddie games. You know, we paying people to actually play the real game of life and fix our problems. Now that's worth millions. Why ain't we paying people millions for that? We paying people millions to play basketball, but we can't pay people millions to fix the problems that we have. Just think if we've been doing all this time. Just think of where we would be now if we was doing that from 100 years ago, 50 years ago, 60 years ago. Just think of where we'd be now. Well, I'm trying to reach perfection. But see, when we're sitting in a situation of white supremacy, it's about reservation. It's like, oh, wait a minute. No, this is the line. Okay, we are white, we are rich, and all that, and y'all stay on that side. Y'all are below. Y'all are down there. And it's like now you're destroying the human resources, and it's like that's the best resource. But you're destroying these people. You're turning them into criminals. You're turning them into drug addicts. You're turning them into your worst nightmare, and then you're convicting them for it. This doesn't make any sense. We all know when a person is born, it's possibilities with that. It's so many possibilities. But then you're going to take them away. You're going to take them away in the name of what? White supremacy? No, that's not right. And we've been doing this in this country since the beginning. And now it's time to stop. It's time to stop that because everybody's valuable. Everybody's valuable. You will never see a person's value until you actually give them the opportunity to show you. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I represent. And that's what this whole populist party thing is about. It's about, okay, look, people got sense. Let people make decisions for themselves. Let them decide who they want to be their leader. Let the people decide. Why not? Well, we don't have a system for it. Okay, I'm finna implant a system. It's gonna be called government Facebook. It's gonna be laid out. Everybody gonna see, and then when the people speak, you're gonna hear that voice because it's gonna say who? Oh yeah, this guy's running for president. Okay, well, everybody's saying that they don't like him. And we gonna know that's true because of our technology, you know what I'm saying, encrypted and everything, and everybody's participating on Facebook government. It's like, okay, we know this is true. We know that this is what the people want. Ain't no ballots going on, you know, state ballots and all this and that. We don't need all that. That's all. That was the past. You see what I'm saying? That's like that system made sense in the past when we didn't have computers, technology, phones, and televisions and social media, all this infrastructure that we got now. We don't need to play that same game that the founding fathers was playing. And it wasn't even designed. It was only designed to it was designed to last a long time, but like it's out of date now. It's outdated. It's like right now we're supposed to all be on some high tech. I'm on the phone, you know, handling my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, check this out. I'm talking about creating Facebook government, right? To give the populace a vote, to give the populace a voice. So let's say wherever you live at. Okay, that's your district, right? Your zip code. Okay, that's in your Facebook government. So when when something's going on, the information is coming to you. Your news feed is saying, okay, this is what's going on in your district. This person's going to court. That person's going to court. This and that. I mean, highlights of everything that is actually going on around you is coming at you. You're not having to look for it in a world wide web of lies and tricks and backstabbers and snake oil. It's all on one system that's official. I'm talking about separating the government from the World Wide Web completely. I don't want, like, why? If you're trying to look up the Social Security website, you got to look through millions of fake take your money sites. And I mean, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. No, you should be just able to just interact with your government like that. But right now, the government it's barely set up correctly for the people of today. And that's why it's not working. It's not moving best. It's like a lot more people here. We can't be doing things the old way no more. It's too much people here and there's too much tech here for us to still be doing it like that. But when the Facebook government is in play, you and your neighbors, y'all can, they don't know who you are unless you allow them to know who you are. But if you say to yourself, hey, I want to change something in the neighborhood. I want to change the speed of this street. You don't have to go to the mayor's office or the city council and do all this voting and all that kind of stuff to change a street speed. You don't have to do none of that. All you got to do is jump on your government Facebook, and since you live here in the neighborhood, you already have access to change that street. You already have the access to change it. But what you have to do is you have to do it diplomatically. You have to say, okay, everybody else in the neighborhood, I want to change the speed of the road. I think it needs to be changed. The algorithms in the Facebook government will say, oh, well, that means you're going to have to get, it's 10 people on your street, you're going to have to get 6. At least 6 of them to agree, and then y'all can change. Everybody can get together. All 10 people get together and vote and figure out what the speed of the road going to be. And then y'all do that, and the speed of the road turns out to be 100, and you thought it needed to be slowed down. So you got a choice. Either you can leave that neighborhood or sit there and deal with it because the majority rules, right? Okay, cool. Now we got a system where the people are organizing themselves. And you don't need no one person sitting around dictating.
Website,
okay, Google, stop. You don't need nobody sitting around dictating what you need to do and how y'all people need to. No. We, the people, can deal with our own problems. And now things are getting fixed faster because we are doing it. We're not doing it through a cube, through a Curie where one processor is making all the decisions. That's the dumb way of doing things. That was the 90s. Okay, now we're in 2020. Okay, it's decentralization of everything because the populace is where the power is at. So when you decentralize everything in government, now everything is running smoother. That's why we got to get rid of representative government. We got to get rid of that. The electoral college is what I'm going after right now as president. I'm going after the electoral college because the electoral college Right now they have a law thing going on. Why don't I got the name of this thing? Okay, right now they got a legal thing going on. They got votes going on, you know what I'm saying, to delegate the Electoral College to the popular vote. And right now they got 196 votes on it. They need like 75. So that means it has to pass in like these states that have electorals. And these states that have 75. It's already passed both houses and everything in all these different states. Because Republicans and Democrats both agree that the popular vote is supposed to win. But the states aren't passing the laws. Even though they have everything, all the votes and everything to pass it. They're not passing it because the Republicans and Democrats don't want to relinquish the power that they have. Because that leverage, that's their leverage for making money. I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about money. Nobody cares about you. Nobody. Nobody cares about you. Even I don't care about you. Nobody. Everybody is about self. Everybody's doing what they're doing for some kind of selfish reason. And that's just the nature of all things alive. That's not evil. It's just the reality of the situation. You got to do what you got to do to survive. So now, you know what I'm saying? Like these representatives, they're taking over. They're taking your votes, man. They're taking your votes and they're representing you. And that's not going to suffice. Not in a free country, in a real free country. No, we don't need no representation. I mean, this is the reason why they let the slaves free. It's not because the Republicans were, you know what I'm saying, were good people and they just wanted to let the slaves free because it was the right thing. The Republicans was just as racist, if not more racist than the Democrats. The Democrats and the Republicans were both racist. Both of them. They were both racist as race can be. The reason why they let the slaves go is because of representation. That's why they put in the Constitution that the black men represented 3/4 of a man, because they was trying to keep down on the number of votes in each state. And then there was like, no, we want these votes. So the states with all these slaves was trying to gain power by using these slaves 3/4 of, and it's like, no. So they said, you know what? We're just going to cut it. These people, instead of losing, you know what I'm saying, and letting the South vote for the, you know what I'm saying, letting the Democrats vote for the Republicans and control their votes, the Republicans would rather free the slaves. They rather free the slaves. Because, you know what I'm saying, they didn't want to be slaves themselves. They didn't want to be enslaved by somebody. Like, and this is why this is very important. This is like the most important thing right now. We got to set this situation straight. Now, this is some revolutionary situation that is going on right here. I'm not talking about no buttermilk changes. I'm talking about real changes. I'm talking about significant changes. Major changes. I'm talking about changes so big, the biggest changes that the United States have seen since the Revolutionary War. That's what I'm talking about. That's why when I get in the White House, I'm going to have to do a lot of damage. Because we got to break everything down and then reiterate it. But it's going to go a lot faster because we got way more going on right now. We got a lot more going on right now. We can move faster and we're way more sophisticated. We got cars and you know what I'm saying, and all kind of things going on. I mean, we can make basically the United States, it's the businesses and the people don't have to change anything. It's the government that needs to be changed. It's the bureaucracy that needs to be changed. And basically, that's the change is to streamline it into where it's a simple app. And then all this, I mean, if you go to get food stamps, just think about it. You go to get food stamps, right? Okay, just to get food stamps, you got to talk to somebody that's getting paid $45,000 to $65,000 a year, depending on how long they've been doing this. They're sitting at a computer telling you whether you can get food stamps or not. But they're not even telling you whether you get food. They're just repeating what the computer's already telling them to say. So why are we paying them 50, 60,000 plus benefits to sit there on a computer? We don't need that. And if you want government help, then yeah, you should log into the system and get you a cell phone and handle your business, and then you can get some help. And so it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's readily available to those who handle their business. This is the Facebook government. Now we ain't paying this bureaucracy of all these people. I mean, there's more people getting paid to issue. We're spending more money issuing food stamps than we are on food stamps. And that's why they can't afford to give nobody but like $200 a month. And then it's like all this complaints about immigrants. It's like, why you complaining about them? The whole bureaucracy is killing you. The whole bureaucracy is killing the situation when it's not needed. Why? Because we have all this technology. We can streamline the situation and we can get everybody on government Facebook, and then we can let the algorithms figure it out because it's already doing it anyway. If we got everything in the system, then we don't need all this extra paperwork and all this downtime and all this red tape and all these, you know what I'm saying, these queries. Everybody can handle business on their own. Now, it's not costing us anything to help somebody. I mean, why should it cost us so much just to help somebody? That's ridiculous. We got to change that. and this is what the Facebook government is about, changing so much about what we're doing. It's about changing so much. I mean, right now, if you know what I'm saying, if you got to go to court, you should be able to do that on your phone. I mean, you tapping into Facebook government, boom, you can go, you know what I'm saying, you can go to court right there on your phone. Why not? You're into the government. You're in the government. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Anything you need to do, you can do it on Facebook government. But at the same time, your information, all your real information is there and it's protected from your right to privacy. Even a judge or a police officer can't get into your government Facebook. They can't go and log in and see what you're doing and see where you live at and all that. None of that. They can't do none of that. Just because they got you locked up, you didn't tell them who you was. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, we can't just pull your situation up. You have to go in and you have to volunteer certain information to our agency. That's real privacy. I'm talking about enforcing real privacy. Real privacy, protecting your situation for real. From everybody, not just the courts and the police and all that. I'm talking about from everybody. There's no need for you to be giving out your social security number to nobody or writing it down on nothing. There's no need. If you got Facebook government, then you just send that, you just say, oh, my name is this. And they be like, oh, okay, well, we got to accept that. It's coming from Facebook government. It says who he is. Everything is confirmed. Well, where you live at? Well, I don't know if I want to tell you where I live at. Well, yeah, well, we can't, accept you unless you tell us where we live. Okay, well, look, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you where I live at. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You give them access to that information. That's how it's going to work. When we get on Facebook government, that's how it's going to work. You in control of your privacy. Your privacy is number one. But at the same time, that encryption that you got gives you power. It gives you power to vote for the judges in your district. It gives you the power to manipulate street signs and stuff like that in your community. It gives you power to fill potholes and make money, you know what I'm saying, helping the city become better. It gives you power to decide who the president is going to be. It gives you power to decide where the state funds are going to go. It makes you a part of the government. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the populace is about. It's like Democrats and Republicans. Who cares, man? Y'all Republicans. Get it through your head. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got freedom and equality. And that's pretty much the Republicans and Democrats. And y'all fighting? What the heck? What the heck is going on? We're supposed to be ensuring freedom and equality. But you got these people with all this money be like, hey, I got my freedom. I don't need no equality. I mean, I would rather stay better than you. And it's like, look, I don't care. No, we're finna get equality where everybody is going to be guaranteed the same rights. If you go to a courtroom right now and you black, ain't got no money, that means you ain't got no rights. They're just going to run right over you. That's not right. Can't you see that? Everybody deserves a chance. Everybody deserves but it's like, oh, no. But you know what I'm saying? So what? Who cares? Who cares? No, I care. I care. That's why I'm here. Because I'm that little black person who didn't have no money, who got railroaded for fun and money. No, that's not right. Because we're destroying the future. Look at me. I'm the greatest man, like right now, running for president in the United States. Whether you want to admit it or not, I am. And it's like, okay, I had to go through all that. Why? Because society's all corrupted and based on white supremacy and I'm talking about breaking the situation down to where everybody has a chance to decide who they want to be and where you live at and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so you want to smoke weed. Well, then you can move to a zip code. We can break it down to zip codes. Instead of states, we need to be broke all the way down to zip codes. We need to be broke all the way down to districts to where people say, okay, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be around people that's doing drugs and prostitution and all that kind of stuff. Okay, well, then you need to move into one of these zip codes where these are drug-free zones, blah, 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 blah. But then over here on these zip codes in these districts, they're doing all this other kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So, but over here, this is the rich people that are doing it. And over here, this is the poor people that are, it's just different. People can organize themselves and then everybody can live happy if you set them up and give them the right to do it. And right now, you don't have the right. And I mean, if people are allowed to just go and be and do what they want to do, they're going to do the right thing, which is self-preservation. They're going to do what's in their own best interest. You know? And so this Facebook government is just going to streamline the situation where you can figure out who you are and where you need to be. I mean, that's the whole point of it. You know, it's just to help people get in the right positions, to help people find a place that they need to be at, to help people find this. You know, the Facebook government is all about making things better, making our government better, and including you in the government, giving you a voice, so that we know now that everything that's going on is by the people. The people are actually deciding this. Right now, the everything that's going on, it's really like over everybody's head. Don't nobody know what's really going on. I mean, really, don't nobody really know what's going on. The few people that know what's going on, they taking that information and they're using it to extort everybody. So now we don't have no money to get anything done because everybody's getting backdoored by the people who are paying attention to the right things. And I mean, it's like, come on now, we need to, you know what I'm saying? It's enough of that. This system is big enough for all of us. This system can work to where we all can get what we need done. You know, even these immigrants, Facebook government is going to be a paywall for immigrants. My immigration plan is based, I'm going to talk about that later, but basically they're going to have to climb a digital wall, which is government Facebook, in order to get anything done. This is the new situation, Facebook government, and it's controlled by the populace. And the populace are making the decisions on everything. There's no one person controlling nothing. It's groups of people controlling everything. Groups of people making decisions, which is sort of what it is right now. But it's no system that facilitates it the way that it needs to be. In a transparent way that's open, that's all inclusive. It's like, no, just these rich white people over here in this neighborhood are included in all of